Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanrel. Today I'm doing an update for my project pan. I love project panning. It's the whole reason I even started my channel. Thank you guys so much for checking my video out. Let's just get right into it. I like to start with my makeup updates first. All right, I always go in the same order regardless of what I used up or whatever, so it's always a surprise when things are used up. First, I always like to start with primer. I have my Photo Focus face primer in the matte version from Wet n Wild. This I think is finally going to start getting some use because we have finally some heat here. I did use it a few times this month. It was at 21.83 grams and now it's at 20.4 grams. That's good for me. I don't usually wear a lot of primer, so I'm happy. I'm continuing to get use out of this. Same with the other primer I'm working on. This is the one from Revlon. This is the Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer. I'm super excited. I actually had enough progress on this to make a mark this time. Oh yeah! You can see a little bit of windowing happening there. And I've actually really found that I love this in my smile lines right there. I don't know. I feel like the camera doesn't really pick them up very well, but I do have them even when I'm resting faced. I have definite lines right here that makeup likes to collect in, and I feel like this really helps. So last month it was at 92.62 grams and now it's at 91.51. So not a ton of progress, but still progress. My Misha BB cream. I love this stuff. I've been wearing it quite a bit actually. And it makes me sad to be using it up so quickly just because I don't want it to be gone. Last month it was at 73.45 grams and this month is at 66.2 grams. I'm looking down here at my notes, so I'm sorry if I keep looking down, but that has good progress on this one. A subscriber told me I was crazy for having my Coty Airspun in this at the beginning of the year, and I am finding that I agree with her. Although I feel like moving forward, I might actually get a little bit more use out of this because now it's finally warm and I'm definitely needing a little bit more mattifying products. I maybe used it twice this month, which is why the numbers are so funny for this. Let's see, last month it was at 116.27 grams and now it's at 116.13 grams. Woo! Very little progress, but still progress. And this is not something I'm going to force myself to use. A little bit goes a long way with this. I hate the cakey face look, so this is not something that I'm definitely very light-handed with. At this point, I'm going to keep it in the project. I did have someone tell me that I should try using it as a dry shampoo, which I am not sure of, like, the process of how to get this into my hair in a way that wouldn't be messy and gross looking, like accidentally getting too much. But I'm very intrigued by that idea as a way to use up this powder. So I'm gonna try and figure that out maybe. For spray, I've been using my Pixi Glow Mist. I didn't use too much just because I wasn't using powder that much at all. So I was right here and now I'm there. And actually this mist, I really enjoy it when my face is a little more dry. I feel like this is a really nice winter spray. Like, especially now today when it's feeling really warm, I do not want to use anything that gives me more glow. I think I'm going, even though this isn't technically a quarterly refresh where we take things out and put things in, I'm not going to make myself use this for while it's hot, just because to me, I want to save this for when I really want to use it, more so when it's cold out. So I'm going to switch this out for a different spray. Although, let me give you the grand use. Last month, this was at 86.04 grams and now it's at 82.27 grams. I actually had to go out and buy a new spray because I didn't have another one and I needed more of a matte one. This is one I've used before. This is one from e.l.f. This is the Matte Magic Mist and Set, and I actually used it for the first time today and I feel like the sprayer on this is way better than the one I had before. So either they fixed it or I had a bad sprayer before, which happy to find that I actually like this even more than I thought I did, and it was only like $5 or something. Super excellent. But anyhow, so we're starting off with this one. It is at 76.64 grams, and I'll be moving this probably in the summer. I might have to buy more of these. I tend to go through these pretty quickly. Eye primer. I've been working on this one from Morphe. This is the eyelid primer in translucent. Last month it was at 13.4 grams and now it's at 13.14 grams. And I consistently use this every time I do my eye makeup. This just takes a really long time to get through. Progress. Here's a product that I'm really proud of my progress. I've been working on this Ofra lip gloss. This, once again, I said before, but I got this in a mystery box. This isn't their normal packaging. This almost seems like it's trial packaging or something because I actually really hate the packaging. That's why I'm getting rid of it. I feel like when you squeeze it just a little tiny bit, you get way too much product out. So I've been trying really hard to, I've been learning how to use this product. But here's where I've got it marked. This is where it was last time. And it's kind of in there weird, like it's clinging up to the side, and then it goes way down here if you look close, way down here if you look close. So I kind of put it in the middle here. But considering that when I first started using this, there was like no progress showing, I am thrilled to have decent progress on this. And I've been learning, now that I've been like working with the packaging a little bit more, I've been learning to enjoy it more. It has a really sweet scent, and it is a pretty lip gloss. I'm wearing it today over a lip pencil, and I've been enjoying it. But I am looking forward to getting this out of my stash, just because I don't like storing these types of tubes. It would be better if I had a flatter top so it stood up better. This one tends to fall over. So last month I had finished off my concealer. I said I was going to try out this one from IT Cosmetics, this Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. However, it is way too light for me. And what I want concealer for mainly is spot concealing. This is definitely meant to be a brightening under eye concealer. So I've decided I'm definitely not going to try and pan this. It's not something I want to work on. So at the moment, I'm not working on a concealer. Well, that might change next month. My tiny little eye pencil from Illamasqua. It is so awesome to see this getting smaller and smaller each time. This is the coloring eye pencil in the shade Honor. It's just a dark brown. And when we started, I always say we, when I started the year, I was way up there, and now I've just got that much left. My use has been pretty consistent, maybe a little less this month than before, but yeah, it's moving along well. I will continue to use it for tight lining pretty much every day until I cannot sharpen it anymore. This is very satisfying to me to see this shrink down and down and down. I've been working on this Lancome lipstick. This is the Color Design Pale Lip Cream, and it is a really super soft looking, pretty pinky nude. And I used it last month 13 times, 14 times the month before that. So that gives me a total of 27 times that I have used this since I put it in the project. I'm really happy with that. I do have 2 pictures. I didn't take one last month, but I took one when I first began. I will make sure and put them up here. And I move aside so there's enough room. I was trying, I did not do a good job the first time I took a picture. It was like the weirdest thing. So I tried to hold it in exactly the same way to take a picture the second time, but I think you can actually see a difference with this. So I am very pleased, and this is not something that I necessarily want out of my collection, but it is my oldest lipstick, and I would feel just terrible if it went bad. Yeah, it's still fine. So I definitely I'm just trying to get use out of this, really good use out of it, before it does go off. Now we come to the section where I actually do have some empties. First, I have a hair product though, this Aveda hair product. This is the Damage Remedy Daily Hair Repair. I use like a dime-sized amount of this every time I wash my hair, so it takes a really long time to get through this. Last time I was at 101.11 grams, and now I'm at 97.83 grams. I have made awesome progress on my Pistachio Skincare Pistachio in Rose Divine Beauty Oil. It's frustrating because the little mark I made is gone. I need to actually use like nail polish like I've seen some other people do, because then it actually stays on the bottle. But last time I started, the oil was basically right at the top of the paper, and now it's so hard to see. Yeah, it's like the paper's opaque, so you kind of have to look. It's like way down here, but I did measure it so that we can get like a better measurement. Last time I was at 108.43 grams, and now I'm at 88.34 grams. I love this. It sinks into your skin so nice. It doesn't leave you greasy. It has the most beautiful scent. Like, this is rose done well. I really do enjoy this body oil. I've been working on this hand cream from Ahava. This is the Dead Sea Water Mineral Hand Cream in the scent Sea Kissed. You can see this is where I was, and this is where I am now. Considering how dry my hands are from all the hand washing and such, you'd think I'd use hand cream more often. I think it's just when it gets warmer out, I don't think to use it, but I have been trying to use it more consistently, so I do have some progress. As far as gram usage, last month it was at 38.16 grams, and now it's at 31.88 grams. Now we come to my first empty. So I finished up my Pharmacy Green Clean, the Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. I really enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. You can see, ta-da, it is empty. That is so satisfying. Looking at my notes, it looks like it took me, was that 4 months to use this up? I might be wrong about that, but I think about 4 months, which isn't bad actually. And I really enjoyed this, although it did sting my eyes like cleansing balms usually do. I need to figure that out, how to not have that happen or find one that doesn't do it. But besides the eye stinging thing, I really enjoyed this. This was a good one to use. So now I am down to my last cleansing oil or balm product that I had stashed away in my cupboard. I'm so excited about that. And it is this one from, is it Boscia or Basha? I'm thinking Boscia. This is the Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. And I got this actually in a trade. It's like I sent them an eyeshadow palette and they sent me this cleansing oil. There is no date on this to say when it goes bad. So I honestly don't even know if it's good. I have started using it for the past couple of days and it seems fine. I don't know, but so we're starting with this off at 167.22 grams. I'm so excited. This is my last one. This particular type of product is a weakness of mine. Like when I see them, I want to buy them because I want to try them all, which is bad because then they sit in your cupboard and possibly go bad. So I'm so thrilled, so excited to be down to just one left. Here's another exciting empty. I finally finished this off. This took me a long time. We're talking months of use to get through this. This is the La Roche-Posay and Thelios 30 Cooling Water Lotion Sunscreen. I really like this, except that it makes me extremely glowy. Like I can kind of get away with it a little bit in the wintertime, but there is no way I would even want to wear this in the summer. I really liked the way it felt. It did not make me break out. It didn't feel heavy. It felt really nice and light. So I would definitely be willing to try another La Roche-Posay sunscreen, just one that isn't quite so glowy, quite so shiny. So after I finished off that big one, I used up a couple like samples. I had this one of Thelios 60. This is the Melt-In Milk. This was way thicker than the other one and just as shiny. So I wasn't actually a huge fan of this. And I finished this one off from CeraVe. This is the Facial Moisturizing Lotion with Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This was okay. It wasn't anything really special to me, but it was fine. So now in the place of my La Roche-Posay and all those little samples, sorry, readjusting here, I'm actually going to add in 2 sunscreens. I will explain why. I have this one from CeraVe. This is the Hydrating Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50, but this is the one that's a mineral sunscreen, and I got this ridiculously clearanced at Ulta. Like we're talking really cheap, something like 80 cents. I think it was really cheap. And now I figured out why. It's because it has an extremely heavy white cast. In fact, earlier today, I've been using it. Like I cannot use this on my face just because it just leaves me so milky looking. So I've been putting it on the back of my hands. I probably washed my hands since I put this on, so you can't really see it. But that's how I plan to use this up, to put it on the back of my hands and perhaps on my arms, just to make sure this does get used. I don't want to waste it. So that's where it is now. And it weighs in at 100.1 grams. But that's just for like the back of my hands and my arms. I'm going to try and get some use out of this one. I just got this in a Target box. This is the ROC Multi-Correction 5-in-1 Daily Moisturizer with Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Good grief, that was a mouthful. This, however, has an expiration date in July. So I don't know. I'll probably use it through June and July if I can handle the scent. This is really stanky. Like, I really wish they would stop putting such intense fragrance in skin products, because it's actually quite obnoxious. But I'm going to try and get some use out of this. As far as I can tell, it's a nice moisturizer. We'll see how far I can get on this before it reaches its expiration date. This is starting off at 89.75 grams. Here's one that's been in since the beginning, my Innisfree Pore Clearing Clay Mask. You guys, I have maybe one use left. Look, I'm scraping the bottom, but there is probably one use left in there, and I will definitely be able to use this more since it's warmer outside. I only use a clay mask like this when I'm breaking out, which honestly I tend to do more when it's warm and I'm just more glowy and sweaty. So I know I'll easily use this up by the next update, hopefully anyway. I had a goal of using up 4 sheet masks, and I didn't do that. I only used 3. I used these Baggage Claim gold eye masks from Wander Beauty, which was, you know, slightly odd. I don't get the gold thing, but they were nice. This one from the Cream Shop and a Hello Kitty collaboration. It was super cute. And then this one from Lab for You, pumpkin juice one, pumpkin mask. Yeah, it was all very pleasant. I enjoyed it. Last time for my moisturizer, I have another mini. I wanted to use this little tiny mini of the Tatcha water cream. That is all gone. I really enjoyed that. That was very pleasant. I would absolutely use it again if I could get it not at its normal price because holy moly, that's ridiculous. But since I finished that up, now I'm moving on to my last full-size nighttime moisturizer. This has been sitting in my cupboard forever and I've been wanting to try it, but I had all these other open ones I had to use. Project panning is so satisfying in that way for me because keeping track and making yourself get through your open stuff before you let yourself open up anything else, I don't know, it's very satisfying for me. This is the Touch in Sol Pretty Filter Waterful Glow Cream. I wasn't a huge fan when I first got it. You can see it's kind of like a pink. It's kind of lightly scented just because it's one of those moisturizers with a ton of ingredients in it, like really, really long. And a lot of them are nice ingredients, but whenever there's that many, I'm always worried that I'm going to get sensitized to something, especially when it's scented like this one is. It's not too terrible though, not like that other ROC one that I use in the daytime. But I'm excited to finally get to be using this. When I started using this, some point this month, it was at 152.01 grams. Now it's at 144.61 grams. And there we have it. That is my update for the month of May. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was pretty bad. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know down below how your guys' project pans are going. If you have a video or an Instagram or something, I'll check it out. I love watching and seeing how other people's project pans are going. But once again, thank you guys so much for visiting with me today. I will see you in the next video. Bye!